What's up again, people? Today we're going to be doing drawing forms, and let's get into this real quick. Right now you see me drawing like just a little basic shape, cues just to get my pen together, to get my rough pencils together, test out the pencil and everything. So today, usually you see me do videos in Photoshop or either Adobe Sketchbook. Today this video will be done in Clip Studio Art because when I bought my Intuos, it came with Clip Studio Pro for 2 years. And if you don't know what that is, then that's basically Manga Studio. But let's get into it. When you draw from forms, you want to just draw from mind. Free flowing shapes, not really anything distinct. When you start thinking like you really have like a key. Like the key things that you want, like I'm starting to draw like this leg in perspective. So I have like a form or shape I want, so I'm just going to be focusing on this leg, which is something I don't usually do, but since we're doing perspective and everything, we're going to start from the leg and we're going to build off of the leg. And if you can guess who I'm trying to draw the free form right now, you could win a chance to win a free portrait. So guess in the comments below. So anywho, by now you're starting to get a basic premise of the form I'm trying to draw. It's a free flowing form. Very basic. Right now it looks hideous, but now I'm just adding, I guess you would say, shape to it, like miscellaneous shapes like cylinders, ovals, circles, triangles, that basic stuff. Nothing really hard, nothing that's really gonna stick, just something to fill it out. And now we're adding a rectangle for the head. I find it easier when you're drawing in perspective to use rectangles when building the body, because it's just a lot easier. You have a lot more flow to form from, and perspective is just on key, so you really don't have to depend on perspective right now. So instead of going on a new layer, what I'm going to do is just use my soft eraser and go over it. And now we're going to start adding some details to make it actually look like something. So right now we're adding the details to the foot. Since the foot is in perspective, you're going to be seeing the bottom of the foot first to a curved angle. And getting that knee right in perspective has always been, something I've noticed that a lot of people struggle with. Myself, I struggle with it, getting the leg drawn in perspective, but you have to know that this is why it's a lot easier to use cylinders, for me at least. So now what we're doing is we're shaping and giving everything a defined shape, adding a little muscular detail here and there. So like I said, we're filling out the form so it actually looks like something, so you actually know what and who we're drawing. Because you're taking the most obscene shapes into something, you're taking stuff like lines and ovals and turning them into shapes that form a character. And now we're just adding muscle detail, to define what we're actually drawing. And please excuse the hands. I mean, I really hate drawing hands like most artists tend to do. So in the video, it took too long for me to draw the hand, so I just cut it out. But when I show you the final product, later on and on my Instagram probably. So go look at my Instagram for it. I'm going to show you the final product of it, and the hand's going to come out pretty good. So let's get back to it. And I sort of messed up on this knee, on the knee over here. So you're gonna see me erase and critique that a couple times. because even though it's not really defined, even though I don't really have to define it at this stage, which is, making sure the basic things are in there. This is not really definite. It's just a little free form that we're doing for a minute. So it's just really the free form of it. But in the midst of that, what we're going to do is now we're starting on the head, and as you can see, using a square is a lot easier to draw the head, especially in perspective. Very simple. And by now, if you haven't noticed by now, then the character is Spider-Man. So well, since we're doing Spider-Man, let's just go ahead and do it. So as you can see right now, we have some basic form to it. There's some basic form, and like I said, you want to sort of shape the arms in and shape the arms and legs in, so you get like where you put the anatomy where you need it to be. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, after I draw this basic shape, I'm going to go into sort of like I'm going to pause the video, and then we're going to come in, and you're going to see me defining the shapes a lot more. So hopefully you like that. And I think I'm going to pause it and go into defining the shapes. And it wasn't now. I think after I draw the rib cage or the pecs, then we're going to go and define. Yes, here it is. So I paused it, and I added another layer to because right now I'm just adding like the clothes and stuff and the shapes of the costume and everything. So I paused it, add another layer, and then we're going to zoom in and get to defining shapes, get to defining it. And like I said, it was a terrible hand. So in the video you're going to see this terrible hand, and this terrible hand is going to be thrown out and erased. So please don't worry about that hand. So now we're gonna go in and sort of, get the opacity like we wanted to, and we're gonna zoom in and define everything like we really want to. And I think you're really gonna like this part. And in the video you can clearly see that what I usually do for drawings, when I'm drawing something on the finals, I usually go ahead and add in where I want to put the shadows at. But I decided, and in the video you can see me doing it, but I decided not to do it and just get back to focusing on the form of it and muscle definition. So you're going to see me doing it for a minute of where I wanted the shadows to go, but then you're going to see me skip back into doing like basic body definition. So hope you guys like that and you feel bad. So, but again, shadows, I'm thinking about where the shadows are going to go in the form, because drawing from freeform is when you get to this stage of it, you basically have your character down, and now you're just laying down your final lines and adjusting everything like you want it, because this is what you're drawing before you get to the final stage, before you start laying down your final pencils and you start inking and all that. Alright, so what we did just now was we went back to our pre-sketch, and we're doing this redrawing the mask. And the mistake I actually made in this video was I drew it on the pre-sketch instead of drawing it on the final, well, not the final pencils, but the definitive pencils. That's when I made the mistake of doing that. But you're gonna see me, I didn't realize it until I actually finished drawing this, so you'll see that in about a minute or so. So So but while that's happening, let me tell you a little something about I was about to say Manga Studio 5 because that's what I was using beforehand. Manga Studio 5. Oh, now we're back into the I had finished drawing the freeform, so let's get back into it. Sorry about that. So we're getting back into the form. I just pasted the face, the mask, back on the regular pencils, and I put it back down. So these are the final pencils. Well, not the final pencils. This is what I'm going to be working off of before I lay down the final pencils, and you'll see the final stage on my Instagram. And Artemino people, you will be the first to get it. So this was a great video. Hope to see you guys soon. Comment, like, subscribe.